All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Blame Your Brother, episode 122, the last one of 2018. We are here once again to record greatness, third best podcast in Nashville, as voted by the readers of the Nashville scene. And we are streaming this live right now on Facebook and Periscope, so go check it out at blameyourbrother.tv every Thursday night, 8 p.m. But hey, we're recording a podcast right now. There are three of us that do it every week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, the Birdman, Glenn Jackson, the spiritual midget, Nick Nickum, and I'm joined by this man who sits over to the left of me. It's the one and only, my brother. It's Lee.
What up, everyone? It's Mr. 2018, the one and only LeBron Safety Pin.
And we got this guy that's with us every week, just about. It's the man that... It is the sole operator. No. Sole operator of the disappointment cannon. It's John.
Hey everybody, John here. Like you said, I operate that disappointment cannon. I am Mr. Groupon, Mr. PTI, the madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman.
They do have a madman.
Okay, he's a madman.
John tried to disrupt the show. We're working past it. So yeah, there's three of us that come to you every week. So we are here, and we're going to start off like we always do. Why do anything different? We offer a chance for us to apologize, offer any retractions, take back anything we may have said last week, as we tend to just blurt out nonsense. So Lee will start with, he's pulling out his book right here. Lee, is there anything from episode 121 that stands out that you need to apologize for, my friend, as you're flipping through this book? A lot written down
Bill
there.
Cosby,
Yeah.
the twofers. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Okay, you're good then.
I'm good. Wait, no, actually. I did have something from our legal team just today.
Uh-oh, here we go.
There has been an update. We are over our allotted time to speak about Friends. So we are no longer allowed to talk about the TV show Friends.
I'm fine with that. That's perfect.
Ever again, evidently.
Perfectly good with me.
No kidding.
My friend, I am good with that. So, John, what about you, brother man?
Not from our lawyers, just from a personal standpoint.
Oh boy.
As the fellas here know, I've been taking some medication here lately, and last week I was kind of under the weather a little bit, and I'm back on page now, and so I'm here for you guys.
There you go. Thank you for that. Yeah, and that clean episode, I think it was a good one. So we're gonna move on. We got to look back at the year that was 2018. We're going to look back at all the
We're not going to talk about what?
We are, but I'm setting things up here. You know, what were you going to say?
That's
go
fine.
Ahead. No, go ahead.
I thought we were going to keep the format.
What's the format? I'm just saying what the episode's going to be about. If you're checking this out for the first time, we're going to look back at the year, look back at some of the things we talked about, some of our famous people we like to talk about on the show, some best TV shows, best movies, best music, best guests, blah, 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 blah. But we had a couple of things happen this past week. Number one, John's birthday was on December the 24th.
Speaking of John's birthday.
Yeah. Speaking of John's birthday.
Cue.
Okay.
Cue the grand entrance.
Where were you supposed to? Oh, there you go. We got
Okay,
you.
so describe the radio magic.
Okay, we got a birthday cake. If you're watching this live, you can see it. If not, Lee's wife is walking down with a birthday cake with candles on it. Oh, my God. Please don't light up 40. How old are you? 41, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We're the same age.
The same age as you, man.
I know, man. But 41 candles. Okay, she took a few off. Okay, we're good. Whew, that was a fire hazard. So we got John here. We got you a very nice-looking cake here. So it's John's birthday, so we're going to do a little happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. All right, now you got to blow out the candles and make a wish or something. He's blowing out the candles. He did it. All right.
Are you going to make a BYB birthday wish that you're going to share with everyone?
Do I need to... will it still come true if I tell everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, a podcast wish will.
Podcast wish,
yeah,
always
good, because it was about the podcast.
Okay, what's it about?
1 million subscribers, baby.
Okay, well, there we go. 1 million.
Tomorrow.
All right, so there you go, birthday cake. If
I do love Oreos.
we're gonna eat this later, I'm assuming.
We're going to eat it right now.
That's good podcasting.
We're going to have a cake eating competition.
So John's birthday. How did your birthday go, John? How are you feeling there?
It was pretty good. I did have to work, so that kind of sucked. But
Hey.
besides that, had some good pizza. That's probably my favorite food.
There you go.
How was it good? Like pineapple?
Where was it from? Number one.
There's a place in Nashville called Angelo's.
Okay. It's
And,
Italian. All right.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right. I dig it. All right.
Did you try to get out of working?
No,
You didn't tell them it's like Kwanzaa or something?
no.
They knew it was the 26th, brother.
Yeah. I mean,
Everyone knows
you
that.
never know.
Everyone knows that.
You can try to slide past some people, I feel like.
Okay. So
You
yeah.
didn't slip them a line like,
And we did put something up on Instagram.
Well, we do have somebody that works for the company that does celebrate Kwanzaa, so that wouldn't have worked.
Save that. Yeah, so a bunch of people on Instagram. All
That was
said-
a lie. We don't.
Dang, I was really.
Do you know
disgusted.
someone that celebrates
No,
Kwanzaa?
I actually tweeted out today or yesterday. Does anyone seriously know anyone that celebrates Kwanzaa, like legitimately?
Well,
celebrates it?
it's honestly a made up holiday, like in our recent past, right? Like in
It's
the 60s.
not super. Yeah, it's not
It's
very
like
old
made
at
in
all.
the 60s, I feel like. So
I mean,
I believe you're right.
aren't they
so
all-
like let's make a holiday for BYB Pod. Just put it on the calendar, get it worldwide, you know?
number one, made up. I mean, you could argue every holiday is essentially made up if that's the case. I mean, you're discrediting
I feel like-
discrediting a holiday centered around African American community. I mean, if you want to sit here and bash it,
I mean, it was
you do whatever you want to do, man. But
all right, that's fair. That's fair. I would say some holidays like the summer solstice not made up, right?
I think anything Kwanzaa is a celebration held in the United States and other nations of Africa. It celebrates, honors African heritage and African American culture and observed from December 26th to January the 1st. But Lee said it's a
week long. I didn't know that.
Lee said made
No,
up,
okay,
made up holiday. There you
When
go.
was
No,
it?
you heard
When
it.
did it first start being celebrated?
Brother, first celebrated in 1966.
Okay,
So it's-
1966. All the other holidays are a little bit older. That was my only point. That was my only point.
What if the Lord and Savior came back today and did something? Would we celebrate and he leaves again? We'd celebrate it, right? Even if it's 2018, we still celebrate it.
We'd have like Easter too.
We have Martin Luther King Day, which is past Kwanzaa, right? When was Martin Luther King? Well, it wasn't a recognized holiday until like 20 years ago, right? It was a long time after he died.
I mean, that's a
I
fair
think it was
point.
during the 80s.
Okay, in the 80s. Okay. So do you not, is that a made up holiday, my friend? Is that another made up holiday?
I mean, according to you, they're all made up.
Well, I mean, don't try to take back what you said earlier. That's what you said. Anyway.
Look, I'm all about Kwanzaa. Okay, like
Yeah.
I was saying, we should make up more holidays.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're all about it.
Yeah.
What is day 2 of Kwanzaa all about?
I mean, I'm not a scholar of the Kwanzaa days. I just found out today that it's a week-long celebration. So
I mean, you need to really educate yourself, brother. I write down your little book there.
All
Let me.
let me get the facts on Kwanzaa straight.
Today's Kwanzaa Day 2 is
I'm going to start with the spelling. How do you even spell Kwanzaa?
Kuja Chagalia. Kuja Kachalia, which means self-determination. Okay. So today is all about.
Write this down for David next week in the lawyers.
I nailed it. I believe that is the correct pronunciation. Kuja Kachalia, whatever, is Self-Determination Day. So think about that as we move the podcast forward. How self-determined are you to get through it?
Today is the
Yes, day 2.
whatever Kuchi Kali.
Well, what's today? Today is
It's Thursday.
27th.
yeah, it'd be the second day. Yeah, day 2.
It's,
So.
and give us to it one more time so we know.
So day 2, self-determination is Kuja Chagalia. Kuja Kachalia.
Okay, I'm not even going to
Kuja
try to say it
Chagalia.
then. I was
Kuja
completely wrong
Chagalia.
on my pronunciation.
No, say it with me. Kuja
Kuja
Chagalia.
Chagalia.
There you go. Self-determination. All right, so you had your birthday, and then Christmas obviously happened for all of us. So how was Christmas at the Tortorello residence?
It was pretty good. I have a couple of sisters that lives in Murfreesboro, and they came down with their families. We just had a big old bash. Lots of presents went around.
Nice.
Good time.
Did you get anything good?
I got an air fryer,
Nice.
and I got. I was talking to you guys about it a few weeks ago. It's called a DEX station, station for your phone. You can put your phone on this thing, and it turns it into a PC if you hook it up to a monitor.
You've been
I haven't
PC.
played with it yet.
What? Brother,
I've been
you should,
working every.
you should be
every night since then.
self-determined. Today should be the day.
Yeah.
What did you get? Oh, my father-in-law got one of those air fryers as well. What were you?
I did not get an air fryer.
What'd you get? Anything?
I got a chair. Got
Okay.
a very small, tiny chair.
All right.
You know, it's very
So
fun.
hold it up to the camera with your bit. Do
Small.
your joke. Do your joke.
No, I really did get this for Christmas.
No, I
It's
believe
cool.
it. It is a joke.
And I got a exercise bike, so something to look forward to.
So the old lady's like, time to get
time
rid
to
of the,
clean up
time
the
to-
dad bod.
time to tighten it up a little
Get
bit
on the
there, buddy.
treadmill.
Yeah, awesome. That's great. I got a record player. I got a record holder, a cabinet and everything. I got that, and I got a bunch of records. So
Anything significant? Some Will Shatner in there?
no, I wish. I got Ben Folds, his first album he did solo, Rockin' Suburbs, one of my favorite albums. I got Nirvana's In Utero. So I spun those quite a bit and loved it. And my
What
old
did your kids think? Are they like, Dad, what's up with this old people music?
No, they played Fortnite all day, so
That's a Merry Christmas.
they loved it. So
Did they get anything for Christmas?
all Fortnite stuff, you name it. It was
It's just like Fortnite skins?
Fortnite shirts, Fortnite books, Fortnite pajamas, Fortnite socks, Fortnite toys, everything. I mean,
Really?
yeah, everything. You name it, they got it.
Wow. It's a brave new world out
So
there.
yeah, but it was good. Christmas was good. I loved it. It went really fast this year and just went on by.
Yeah. It did
So
kind of fly by.
now we did go see the lights in Lebanon. If you don't know what this is, the dancing
saw 'em.
lights are in Lebanon, and wow, I don't know if you know, but it's basically a 3-mile light display set to music. It's synced up with the music. We were in line for almost 2 hours. 2 hours.
And
in
then-
line. And then another hour.
Didn't you run out of gas?
No, we didn't run out of
No,
gas.
I thought somebody ran out of gas.
We had to get some gas on the way there. No, if you don't run out of gas, you're in trouble. Dude, thousands of cars. It's crazy. So if you never checked it out, it's worth it, but I would go
Okay, first off,
Earlier.
the music selection is a little strange. I don't know
Yeah.
what you heard when you went through, but I heard a Journey Metallica mashup
Yeah.
that had been changed
What?
to be
Yeah.
Christmas themed.
Yeah.
Then I heard YMCA, and it was like a poor man's version because they they said like NOL instead of NOEL.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange. But the strangest thing of all is in the epicenter of this maze of America greatness, right? You've got thousands of fossil fuel burning cars, right? Nobody has their headlights on. All the kids are unbuckled and hanging out sunroofs,
True.
just being wild.
True.
All of a sudden, the disco club version of Lee Greenwood's Proud to Be an American comes on. Nothing to do with Christmas, mind you.
You know what's so funny about that is like somehow me and my wife knew that song was going to play. I have no idea how. I mean, we went like the last 3 years, and I swear to God, I just went. I guess we were in front of an American flag, and I just said, Proud to Be an American is going to play, and it starts right when I said that. It was very bizarre because it's not synced up to where you're at in the line. It's just synced up. It's on a loop.
It's on the radio. There's music's on the radio.
Yeah.
You tune it in.
So it was cool. But if you live in this area, Nashville, go check it out. It's cool. Just go early.
Or don't.
We went on the last day late. So there was a ton of people. It was wild. So Christmas was good. Anything else happen over the holidays or holiday season?
Can't think of anything outstanding, I guess.
John, how's it feel
It's
being
exciting life,
How's it feel being 41? 41. Do you feel 41?
Yeah.
Really?
And then some, probably.
How's that? How's that? What does 41 feel like?
I just feel like there's not a whole lot to look forward to.
Oh, wow, John.
I know that's pretty sad. But
You got a long road ahead of you,
Yeah.
brother. I mean, that's I was thinking about. I think about this frequently when I go out or when I do things or whatever. It's just I don't feel like physically. Some days, yes, I feel 41 for sure. I mean, you can look in the mirror and go, yeah, I'm 41, but just the mentality of me, I still feel like I'm like 20 years old. Like
I would say you're way more immature than that.
16. And the things I'm doing are like when we go out, we don't go out like 41-year-olds. I
No, we
don't
don't.
think so.
I tell people what I do, and they're like, "Aren't you a little old for that?"
Yeah. When you went
even-
to the rave, yeah.
Right.
Our sister was giving you the business.
She was.
So,
Also a confirmed guest in 2019.
All right, we'll have our sister on where she can tell you all about the Brewington boys at a young age. Tell you the truth. The truth.
The truth.
Okay.
And the truth shall set you.
All right, so good. So there we go. So Christmas is past. We got New Year's Eve, New Year's Day coming up, and that's why we're going to look back at some of 2018. We're going to try to remember what it was like and give them some takes and see if anything changed. Now, our first episode that we recorded in 2018 was episode 73, which is crazy if you think about it because we're at 122 now. So we had guest Rianne on, where she talked about dating weird dudes, and we kind of met her through Barstool Sports. If you know what that is, it's a big-time podcast. We're little time. That's a big time. But then we also talked about Logan Paul. And can either of you tell me anything about Logan Paul, the person?
Doesn't he have a brother that's a famous YouTuber?
He does, Jake Paul, yeah. What did Logan Paul do that would make us talk about him? Do you remember?
Yeah, he went to the suicide force and filmed dead people.
There we go. That's
and then joked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
That was big news.
Yeah.
How could you not remember that?
And so then the next episode after that, we talked about Oprah for president, national anthem, and legal weed, and it goes on. But anyways, that was our first one of 2017.
Who was that? That was the girl from that Black Eyed Peas, Fergie, at the basketball game.
The national anthem.
Yeah.
Oh, national anthem. Was that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard someone talking about that just the other day, and they mentioned it as like one of the worst. But I would still say Carl Lewis's, if you've never seen that national
It's pretty
anthem
bad.
version.
It's pretty
Where
bad.
he's like, hold on, I'm going to make up for it.
Yeah. But then the gift that kept giving there was two women in 2018 that just kept giving to the show over and over, and we could talk about them, and whenever we would talk about them, the numbers would go through the roof no matter what. And that was the former mayor of Nashville, Megan Barry, and the infamous Katy Quackenbush. Those are the two women that we talked about quite a bit. And Lee can tell you as he's looked at the stats, whenever we talk about Katy Quackenbush, numbers through the roof for some reason.
We have people in Texas start messaging us on YouTube. We got people coming out of the woodwork saying, I went to school with her.
Yeah. So Katy Quackenbush, to recap, if first time ever listening, is a Nashville woman who was an aspiring country
Renegade
music artist,
Americana artist.
Sure, I guess.
Sure. Pilot reality TV star.
Yeah, one of those type girls. And she...
Oh, yeah, she was also...
Lee knows.
She was... I heard this story from someone. She was like a paid model to like show up at your events to like hype up. Maybe that's not true, but someone did tell me that.
There you go. It would not surprise me. It was her and her friend went out one night. They went to the club. It was early next day, 2 a.m., whatever you want to call that. And a homeless man was, well, whose version do you believe? In her version, a homeless man was approaching her and she felt threatened and she shot him with a gun. If you ask other people, she shot him because she didn't like him. I don't know, whatever. That's still going through the court system a year later. I mean, how long does a court trial take? Apparently at least a year. But anyway, her mugshot got a lot of attention. Why? I don't know, because she's attractive, I'm assuming, but she wore glasses in it, and I guess she's kind of cross-eyed in the picture, right? I mean, is that why the mugshot went viral? Because of the name, Katy Quackenbush, you think?
I don't know, man.
Everything.
Because she shot someone, like a homeless person, for telling her to turn down her music would be my guess.
Okay, well, that's one version of the events. We're Team Katy Quackenbush here at the Blame Your Brother.
What's Team Katy Quackenbush's side of the story?
Well, he was threatening. He was threatening her. I mean,
she closed her eyes. She discharged a fire gun multiple times, and then they left and got like Steak and Shake.
She felt threatened. And hey, if I had a daughter and she felt threatened by a homeless man, and she had a gun, probably not.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
I mean, John, if you had a daughter and she's 20-something years old and she's out and a homeless man approaches her and she feels threatened, I mean, what would you have her do?
Good job, Katie.
There you go.
Maybe mace, and
But
a taser.
We got attacked
Call the police.
by Nashville Reddit because we posted a picture on there. It said "Free Katy Quackenbush," and boy, oh boy, Nashville Reddit did not like that at all.
Nashville Reddit is a pitchfork community.
It's garbage.
Like most of Reddit.
Right. And they
Collective conscious hive mind.
and they trashed us pretty bad. So there you go. So, but Megan Barry, of course. I mean, surely you all know this was the mayor that was having an affair with her bodyguard, going on trips to Greece out of the.
Do you have any positive stories that we talked about?
Stick with it, man. We'll get there. I mean, we talk mostly about negative things. I mean, if you can look at all the pictures here. But yes, so she was ousted as mayor, and it was national news. And there was apparently the guy had apparent nudes of her he was going to release that never got released, and she had to step down. She was charged criminally with embezzlement or misuse of government funds, whatever the charge was. And me and Lee actually went out to an event where she was a DJ, and we got to take a picture with her, and there we go.
She told you she was coming back.
She said she's coming back, baby. She's coming back as something, I don't know.
Public servant.
Yeah, so there we
Number
go.
one.
All right, so obviously the guy, I mean, when I look back at 2018, and we can hit on some of the other people that we'd love to talk about on the show, but who do you think, just John or Lee or whoever wants to answer, who was the person of the year for 2018 for
The
good or for
person
bad?
that we had to ban from the show because we talked about him too much has to be the BYB Pod Person of the Year.
So, okay, I know who that is. So you think, Kanye West.
Kanye West. Very good.
You think Kanye West is a bigger person than Donald Trump? Because to me,
I would never, ever nominate Donald Trump for
Well-
anything that was anything of the year.
best and
period.
worst.
I don't even want.
Lee, Donald Trump was talked about probably almost every episode. When we had guests come in, they would talk about Donald Trump. When we were sitting here by ourselves, we would talk about Donald Trump.
I know you like Donald Trump.
I do not like.
I know you
I do
love
not,
talking
no.
about Donald Trump.
I do love
I know
talking about
you
Donald
want
Trump.
to go get the signed MAGA hat.
No,
I get it.
You're going to
okay?
wear the hat.
I get it. But we should not put him as any person of the
John
year.
is. I mean, would he not be person of the year for better or for worse?
I mean, it'd be close between him and Kanye.
I mean, this guy. Get on Twitter right now. You will find a Donald Trump tweet within 10 tweets guaranteed.
Okay, that's
I was getting so
fair.
many of them. I literally blocked his name where I wouldn't have to see any of the tweets anymore.
It's not a bad strategy.
So do you, Lee? We ask you this.
I'm going. I already told you mine.
No, every week I ask you: is Donald Trump? Is this the week he gets impeached? Because you say every week when we talk about it, this is the week.
It's not this.
It's next week. Okay.
Next month.
Next month. Okay. Next month.
month.
John, is the man getting impeached?
I think it's looking good.
Oh, no, really?
John is saying it.
Oh, when did you come around, John? That's interesting.
This whole wall thing, it's just getting overboard, and I think it's.
When your boys at Fox News turn on you and you're a hardcore Republican president, you know you're in trouble. The sharks are circling, baby.
All right, well, we'll see. We'll continue. Okay, so
I would love it if he moved to Russia suddenly. He just resigned and moved to Russia and
he might.
was like in a Trump tower over there and just, that would be great.
Who knows? Hey, sit tight, guys. Anything can happen. So some of our favorite people we like to talk about, obviously, on the show. We love to talk about Kid Rock. We talk about Kid Rock quite a bit for better or for worse reasons. We love to talk about LeBron James. I mean, that's one of Lee's nicknames. LeBron James.
I didn't even realize he had moved to the Lakers.
Okay.
When we hang out, we usually talk about our feelings and what we're going to do to support PETA, women's rights, stuff like that,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he didn't even tell me that he had moved to the Lakers.
Oh, man, your buddy there. And then, of course, we talk about Mark Zuckerberg quite a bit, Elon Musk quite a bit. I mean, we had guests on that. Elizabeth Donaldson loves Elon Musk, wants to marry him.
I think a lot of people love Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
Checkbook.
I mean, yeah, but they see him as a great inventor, but I see him as more of a Ben Franklin type, where he just steals the credit for invention.
Whoa.
Like he has a big pocketbook, so he attracts all these great minds, and then because obviously Mark Zuckerberg did not design a rocket ship, right?
Wait, I want to go back to what you just said. You said Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah, he's known for that.
He's an idea thief.
Was it Benjamin Franklin
I'm sorry,
or was it
John,
Thomas and Edison? I don't know.
John, do you know this fact? Because
I did not know that. I heard something similar about Thomas Edison.
Maybe that's who I was thinking. Maybe it's Thomas.
Thomas Edison
Sorry.
is one of the wisest men that's ever lived in the United States.
You can say that stealing ideas from people and making them own is a brilliant idea. Sure.
Well, hey, Bill Gates did the same thing. You're not ripping that man, are you?
Pretty much everyone at the top has. Come
Okay,
on, let's
there
be
you go.
honest.
All right,
Except for that flex tape dude. I think he's legit.
flex tape.
Yeah.
What about Steven Seagal? I mean, he come out with Bitcoin 2.0, man. That was the original idea.
It's super original when it's 2.0.
2 eyes.
The second version.
That's always a good sign, right?
You know, and that's probably another funny moment I had in 2018 is the Bitcoin 2.0 Steven Seagal YouTube war. This dude was wearing us out on the comments.
He was, yeah.
You're an idiot. You don't. First off, we told our listeners to take their money and put into it, just for the record.
Yeah, we did.
And he ripped us saying that we were idiots. We didn't know what we were talking about. This was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
He was going to be laughing at us when he was a millionaire, and he was going to come back to the YouTube comments and let us have it. And then, you know, the next thing
We're
you
still
know,
waiting.
We're waiting on you, sir.
Bitcoin 2 is, you know, and
Come at us, young man. And then, of course, we talked about Big Baller Brand. And if you know the legacy and the history of the show is that me and John recorded an episode by ourselves after Lee's daughter was born. And we talked about
LeVar Ball.
Big Baller Brand, LeVar Ball. It's one of the most viewed YouTube videos we've ever had. And Lee always mentions it. He's always like, oh, maybe you and John can go record another episode and get all the views. And that's just the
I'm sorry for running all your viewers off.
That's
man.
the power. That's just the power of LeVar Ball and the Big Baller Brand.
I don't know if it is, man.
I would love for him to sponsor the show. I need to reach out to him and see if we can.
Maybe you could
get
get
him to
his
do that.
sons on.
We can.
All right.
Okay. Then, of course, I was introduced to the Bird scooter this year. That was fun. If you don't know what that is, scooters that are rented out. And if you live in Nashville, you definitely know what they are. They're all over the place now. But
But
yeah,
you've already gone back on that.
I rode another Bird on Friday, and it was actually a
Was
good
it
one.
Bird 1, 2, or 3?
It was Bird 2.0, and it was all right.
So you just got a bad scooter.
I just got a bad scooter. And I got a couple bad scooters, and they gave me a refund. So anyway, and then, of course, how could we forget the man, the myth, Papa John himself got removed as CEO from his own company after dropping the N-word on it's just a casual conference call, guys.
John came back on that later and said it was no big deal. Just for the record. I'm going to give you a chance to defend yourself on that comment.
Oh, boy.
Because I don't think that's disaccurate what I said.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
He said people deserve a second chance, right?
I was saying that you build a company from scratch.
And you can drop any
I'm
word
saying
you want.
that you use one word one time and it's all removed from you.
Lee, go
Just
ahead,
saying.
man. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, I would say, like, we've talked about Bill Cosby a lot in 2018.
Yeah, we talked about him.
And we usually frame it in, like, this question of, are artists beholden to their legacy based on their private lives, right?
Right.
So is that kind of the question here? Because in some ways, a lot of people say Papa John's, sell pizzas, stop politicking. Like, because you say that he said one word, but it was actually a series of incidents that led up to this. He was like doing the NFL thing where he came out on the take a knee, right? And like people, that the political spotlight came on him. And that's what happened is like these people, if he never did that, nobody cares what Papa John does in his boardroom.
I'm with you.
They just go, oh, Papa John's selling pizza and making money. Who cares? But the instant he starts getting political and then continues talking about, like, he came out and said, but Obamacare is going to break my company and drive Papa John's into the ground pretty much. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
So it's not just one incident. It's like he's wishing it up on himself, you know? That's
Well, I agree. Anybody that starts getting overtly political, I mean, you better watch yourself.
But I would say for, like, the future, would you prefer, like, people's private lives to be totally closed off and we only look toward their effects for society? Like Papa John, he's selling pizza. No one cares, Papa John. Just sell some pizza. For Bill Cosby, it's like, just tell a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, this dude's still going to go to prison. But
Oh, he's in prison, yeah.
I'm saying, like, you know.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it's one that's going to be asked a lot more as we move forward. I mean, Harvey Weinstein produced some of the great movies of the 90s into the 2000s.
Well, I mean, it seems like everyone's forgotten the whole Chris Brown thing.
That's true. Chris Brown's another one who people still buy his albums. And then just today or yesterday, Kevin Spacey is actually going to be charged with sexual assault of an 18-year-old man in a bar. I guess he grabbed his junk or whatever.
Recently?
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Wasn't he in trouble for earlier in the year?
Yeah, but they weren't going to press charges, and now
So
now
he
they
felt invincible.
now they have evidence. And he put out a video as Frank Underwood from House of Cards going, "You want Frank in your life. You need Frank in your life." I was like, as a lawyer, I'd be, yeah, you need to delete that video right now, dude. So I don't know.
I mean, it sucks because, I mean, if I were to list, like, most talented actors, Kevin Spacey would be up there.
He was, but I always got a creepy vibe from him. I always got like a weird, just something's kind of weird about him. Like, I mean, even in press and things like that, there just seems something. I know he played John Doe in Seven, so of course that was probably the first time I got introduced to him. But he played American Beauty, where he wasn't necessarily that. Well, he's kind of a creep in that movie, but
well, I mean, Kaiser Soze.
It's another one. I just always got a creepy vibe from him, and like I always think when I see these actors or actresses that are just blatantly gay, but they're in the closet. Well, he's not blatantly gay, but people that are gay and in the closet, I can always kind of sense it. There's always something kind of just. It's like you're an actor, but you're not being authentic to who you are at the same time. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. But anyway.
I get that vibe from certain actors. That
just not living free or...
I mean, I imagine you're an actor and you're in the closet the entire time, so you're not really free to access, I guess, all the emotions.
Are you going to out some more actors for us?
If I see any down the road, I'll start writing. Like Ellen Page, I watched all of her movies. I went, yeah, there's something off here. You know, like when she was a romantic lead, I was like, there's just something off. Like,
just to go back to the topic, I mean, isn't that their personal lives? Like, why should we even care?
Well, I mean, we don't, but
it's talked about so much, like who they're dating and what their gender preference are.
That's their business. They're literally in the.
I thought they were in the acting business,
but they're also in the entertainment business, and they're in TMZ. And
a lot of them don't mind it because that exposure helps their career.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
True. They do interviews like quite a bit when they do movies. They're being asked personal questions.
That's my point. Is like you can't have the best of both worlds. You can't like tease people with this like personal story of like an insight into your life, and then expect people not to go dig up the dirt in it and expose it. It's like all or nothing.
Always wondered about.
Here we go.
Christopher Walken.
Oh, he's straight as mug, bro. What are you talking about? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just
or
a weird.
Maybe he's bi.
Who knows? He could be. Who knows? Well, anyway, speaking of movies, speaking of TV, I have compiled a list of some of the best of my favorite movies, and I'm sure you guys will agree with some of them. Lee's only watched 2 movies, so, we don't know what those 2 were. We'll find out. I put a list of some of my favorite movies of the year, and if I leave any off, please let me know. Let's start off with The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which is a Netflix-only movie directed by the Coen brothers. It is fantastic. If you have not seen this movie, there's really no excuse not to see it because it's on Netflix. So go check it out. It's an anthology movie. It's like 5 or 6 different stories set in the Wild West. It's got James Franco's in it. It's got Tom Waits in it. It's got a great cast of people, and it is fantastic. So definitely go check that out. But anyways, A Quiet Place was a great movie. If you haven't seen that, John Krasinski of The Office directed it and wrote the movie. Very good horror genre bender type movie. Black Panther obviously came out. People loved it. I think it may be up for Best Picture of the Year. Fantastic superhero movie. I thought it was fantastic. Obviously, Avengers Infinity War come out. I loved it. John, what did you think of it?
I very much enjoyed it.
It's one of the top ones of the year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then also we had a few documentaries that come out. I don't know if you guys have seen Won't You Be My Neighbor. It's the Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Mr. Rogers documentary. Very good. Then one you definitely need to check out is called 3 Identical Strangers. It's about 3 brothers that are separated when they're children, and then they find each other later in life, and then it gets kind of, whoa, there's like twists and turns and all this crazy stuff happening. It's really good. So go check.
It's a movie or
documentary.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's really good. It's crazy. Like you start going, okay, these guys happen to find each other. Summary. This guy goes to college. He goes to college first day, and everyone there is like, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Like they know him. Not like, hey, what's up? Welcome to college. Like people are coming up, giving him hugs and everything, and like, oh man, what's up? Girls are coming up and like kissing him on the cheek. And he's like, man, college is the best, dude. And then he gets his roommate and he goes, nah, dude, you're so-and-so. And he's like, that's not my name. He goes, no, man, you literally are that guy. He's like, you're messing with me. He goes, no, I'm not messing with you. He goes, well, I know where this guy lives. Let's go see him. So he goes and sees him and finds out they're twins. I mean, he's like, whoa, he's tripping out. And then they find out they have another brother. And it goes into all that and why they got separated. And it's really, really good. Do not read anything about it. Don't go check out Wikipedia. Just watch it. and just enjoy
What's it
the
called
ride.
again?
Three Identical Strangers.
Three Identical Strangers.
So that's a good one.
Is
Andre,
that on Netflix as well?
no, I think it's on Google. I think you got to pay for it right now, but
Okay.
just watch for it if you want to get on Netflix. Andre the Giant was a great documentary as well. It's fantastic. And I liked Solo, Star Wars story. I actually liked it. I don't know why people
Really,
don't like
people just
Yeah, I don't know why. John, did you
crapped
see
on
it?
that movie.
I have not seen it.
I liked it. I don't know what people wanted. Yeah, I think people are very
I think they were. They were so distraught with the Last Jedi
Yeah.
that they were just ready to tear down anything that.
yeah.
Well, I think the last feature that they did to tie in, what was that one?
Rogue One.
Rogue One was so good that it set the bar too high.
I guess
And that's what people expect now, you know?
people don't like Rogue One either, though, dude.
People didn't like Rogue
Star
One.
Wars. The Star Wars people do not like Rogue One. I'm telling you.
Rogue One was really good.
There's no Force in it, man. There's no Jedi's, bro. Like,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that say it's kind of removed from the feel of Star Wars.
I thought that's what made it good.
I thought it was a good movie.
I thought it was fantastic. I think it's one of my favorite
I
Star Wars
did- I
movies.
know. We were going to watch Solo the other night. And we were like, nah.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Nobody has said a good thing about it. But,
Check it out.
well, if you're saying it's good, I'm probably going to skip it.
Okay, awesome. And then some smaller indie movies you should check out. A movie called Unsane is really well. It's a small indie film. I think it was shot on an iPhone or something. Steven Soderbergh. It's really good. It's about this woman who thinks she's being stalked by this guy, and then is she being stalked or is she crazy? Which one is? So you kind of go through that journey. It's a fun little one. The kindergarten teacher is a creepy one with Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she's a kindergarten teacher who takes an interest in one of her students who's a kindergarten student, and he's writing these poetry, and she really likes it, and she's passing it off as herself later. Just check it out. It's a crazy kind of smaller film. And Annihilation was a really good one with, I believe, Amy Adams. Yeah, Natalie Portman. You're right.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. Amy Adams is in everything, but not in that one. So those are some smaller ones to check out. I leave anything off that stands out?
A Star is Born got a lot of
Yeah, I didn't see
a lot
it.
of attention.
Yeah.
I've watched half of it.
And
The first half is actually really good.
I hear the first half is amazing, and I hear the second half is not as good. But I hear the first half is like really, really good.
Yeah, for those who have seen it, I got up to the part where they do get married,
Okay.
and that's where I got up to.
Okay. Remake of the Barbara Streisand film, obviously. Yeah, I haven't
This will
seen.
be the fourth version
Yeah.
of the movie.
Probably going to win some awards.
Probably.
Probably going to win a few awards. Yeah, there's a bunch I haven't seen yet, though, as I tend to watch a lot of the Oscar films in January and February as they get announced and as they become more readily available. So I didn't catch up a lot, Lee.
But
I don't know. Did this movie come out in 2018? And maybe I don't have the title right. The Color of Water?
The Color of Water.
The Sound of Water?
The Shape of Water?
The Shape of Water. The Shape of Water.
I think
with
that
the-
came out in 2017.
2017, yeah.
I'm just so late. So I did want to take a minute to
Did you like that one?
Merman
I did.
film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Never wanted to.
It has the science fiction, like turn of the century feel, which I thought steampunkish kind of,
Okay.
which is super cool to me, the setting. But I just want to take a second because every time we talk about movies, you always have a counter argument, no matter what. If anyone comes after you, you didn't like this movie, and the one fallback, no matter what goes wrong, bad for you, you always go to the Rotten Tomatoes. Like Rotten Tomatoes is the gospel truth. Let's pop open Rotten Tomatoes and see what Rotten Tomatoes says is the #1 movie of 2018,
Saw it.
Paddington 2.
Fantastic movie. I saw it. It's really good. Really, really good, actually. I'm not joking. I've seen every kid movie. I can tell you that Paddington 2 is good, and critics think it's good too. It's good. Have you seen it?
No.
It's really good. I'm telling you, especially for a family, it's fantastic. It is amazing. And Paddington will steal your heart. It does.
Steal your
I
heart
shed a
every
tear.
time.
I shed a tear in it, for real.
All
I
right.
mean,
Rotten Tomatoes.
I watched Up the other day. I was at a Boy Scout event, and they showed Up as the movie. Like they had, all the kids get together and they show a movie on a projector, and they picked Up. I don't know why they picked Up.
I mean, he's a Boy Scout.
Oh, well, there you go. That's probably why.
At least that wasn't Up 2.
Every time I see Up, dude, I literally cry like a baby
I think most
at the
people
beginning of that
do.
movie.
I think
I mean,
most people
I'm
do.
sitting there with all these kids, just tears just coming out of my eyes, and then some little kid goes, "Oh, the baby died. Oh, who cares?" I was thinking, someone smack this kid, man. Smack this.
No, he's a genius.
Up, the beginning of Up is I'm telling you right now, cinematically is one of the best things ever put on film. I'm telling you that right now. It is one of the best creations ever. That, and I know it came out last year, but La La Land to me is one of the greatest movies ever made. The ending, have you seen La La Land?
Don't spoil it.
I'm telling you,
I'm going to watch it, I promise.
The ending of that movie, I'm just telling you, it hits me in every way. I think it is the best ending to a movie ever made, ever. And I think that 2017 had a bunch of great movies. I don't know this year has great critically acclaimed movies, but man, La La Land. Please watch it, John, because you will love it. And then we must discuss on air, off.
Both.
It's crazy. So I will tell you a movie I did see the other day that is complete garbage, and you should skip it at all cost. And that movie is Venom. And I'm telling you right now, I know she listens on and off, but Sarah of Comp My Pod says this is a good movie.
People like what they like.
Well, people like trash, too. You know, people eat trash out of trash can. It doesn't mean it's good and you should eat it.
I mean, what was so good about Guardians of the Galaxy?
It just hit the notes. Great characters, great story. You're pushing the story ahead.
The soundtrack was amazing.
Let me tell you about Venom real quick. Venom is a great movie. Venom is a great movie, the beginning of it, when it's just Tom Hardy. You're like, all right, this is good. I like Tom Hardy. He's acting his butt off and everything. And the minute Venom shows up, and not the symbiote, I'm talking Venom's head shows up, it is one of the worst. It is bad.
Was it just the CG? Did they bring in another actor?
CGI is
for
bad.
it?
Let me tell you a line that's in the movie. Literally, it's at the end of the movie, okay? There's all the music. I'm eat your brains, and you're a turd rolling down the sidewalk. Terrible. Literally, they're walking through the forest, and they're trying to get along, and Venom goes, Eddie, I was a loser like you on my planet. And I went, oh, God, no.
What's wrong with that?
It's dumb. You're laughing at it right now. That's
The way
supposed
that
to be
you
funny.
said it is dumb.
That's how he says it. That's Eddie, I was a loser like you as well. That's why we work together. And I'm like, oh, my, someone make this stop. Yeah, the CGI looks terrible. I went, oh, my God. I don't even know who the bad guy was in the movie. I couldn't tell you who it was. I'm trying to think it was some dude in another suit. And I'm just like, there is no way this should be allowed to touch the Spider-Man universe, because it will be terrible if it does. I'm telling you right now. Please, this is the worst movie I've seen in 2018 without a shadow of a doubt. And if anyone liked it, I am so confused right now how you would like that movie. And this is my caveat right now. I would say this to anyone else. I think I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. If someone reviews film as a living or as a hobby or whatever, at the top of your movie review, you should have to have your top 5 favorite films listed at the top of the review, so we know to take you seriously or not. Because you could, no, I'm serious. I don't know why this hasn't caught on.
That's a good
Why don't you
idea.
just start a website where you can cross-reference the people?
That's a good idea. Actually, that's a really good idea. Because if you look at the review and the guy's like, well, I like Venom, and I like Armageddon, and I like Bad Boys, and I like Transformers, you're just like, well, I'm not, this opinion sucks. But
Or if you like those movies,
then
what is the point of reading a review of a movie anyway? Are you just looking for someone to validate your opinion?
No,
or do you not know how to feel about a movie and you go and you're like, wow, tell me, should I like this movie or not?
I'll tell you.
I don't understand.
I'll tell you. Me and John are busy. You're busy. Okay, we're all busy. Everyone's busy of our age, okay? And I don't have the time to sit down and digest 2 hours of crap, okay? So I look at reviews. I just need to know, is this worth watching or
This
not?
is not even what you do.
Yeah, it is.
No, you go and watch Venom. Did you not read a review?
Well, I had people go check it out. Like Corey, my brother-in-law, is like, go watch
But
it.
those are not critics. They're not blogging, and they're not putting
Well, I'm
a review online.
But I am a superhero fanatic, so I will tend to try to watch most superhero films, and wow. Like,
So how does Venom rank amongst Joel Schumacher Batman movies?
I was about to say that earlier. I'm glad you said that. I think it is just as bad as Batman and Robin. I believe that. It is just as bad. Batman and Robin.
For record, David walked out of that movie.
you would have probably walked out of
Literally,
Venom.
don't know what happens at the end of Batman and Robin. Batman literally could have been murdered at the end of that movie, and I would have no
He
idea.
was
Like,
murdered during the whole movie, I believe.
He goes, the Iceman.
Butchered. He was butchered, definitely.
The Iceman cometh. I mean,
He had a Batman credit card. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. So avoid that one. Okay, TV shows are really good. Do you guys watch TV? I know Lee watches the GOT, Game of Thrones. He loves that.
Oh, I did. I didn't the Westworld come out this year?
Westworld was really good
too?
this year. I thought it redeemed itself. Atlanta, which do you watch Atlanta?
I don't.
That's a shame. Hate Kwanzaa. Don't watch Atlanta. Okay. We had A Good Place come out this year. It was really good. If you're not watching that, it's an NBC show. It's really good. It's got the blonde who's married.
The
to-
Handmaid's
Belle,
Tale came
Kristen
out this
Bell.
year.
Handmaid's Tale is amazing. If you're not watching that, please go watch it. Better Call Saul, the best TV show right now on any kind of television. Black Mirror is fantastic on Netflix, and they're coming out with a movie. The trailer dropped today. I cannot wait for it. Westworld, Mr. Robot, and then Daredevil, which was amazing, and it's been canceled by Netflix, and it's a tragedy. It is a tragedy. I don't understand it.
I'm hoping there's like somebody at Disney that have them in an arm bar.
I hope so.
I'm hoping that's it because
Please.
I love the first 2 seasons. I did get to watch the first 2 episodes of this recent season, and I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
It is so good. I'm telling you, man.
What do you think about Roseanne?
Oh,
What happened to that show?
well, I was watching that show actually, and I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty decent. And then Roseanne tweeted out some racist things, and they cut her out of the show altogether, which we talked about earlier.
Did they bring that show back?
It's called The Conners now.
called The Conners
have you
now.
seen it?
I have. I watched a couple
Is it-
episodes. It's about the same, truthfully. I mean, if you want the truth, I mean, they just killed her character off, so who cares? I mean,
Why did you change the name? Right?
that's one way to do it. So,
So my wife watches a show, The Outlander. Have you heard of this? It's about like a woman that travels back into time, and it's like historically accurate, and falls in love with a Highlander, I guess. Outlander. I don't.
okay, I don't know.
No, you haven't heard of
never
this
heard of
one?
it. No.
It's kind of like a softcore porn.
Oh, okay,
almost.
there you go.
So
Like Game of Thrones.
no, a little bit worse actually, if you could imagine that.
What, like 50 Shades or
There's just a lot of
Sex.
just PG scenes,
Okay.
you know.
Rusty says, "I will cut you, David, for that venom crapping." We
So he liked it
Yeah, but we know
too.
Rusty likes Big Bang Theory and all that. So I mean, like I said, I just need to know what you like before you can speak on what you like. That's what I need from you in my
But you're
life.
still gonna crap him down for liking it.
Oh, he's got shit taste. Yeah. So I mean, what are you gonna do about that? I mean, there's nothing you do. Don't sleep on Barry. It's a really good HBO show. It is fantastic. Bill Hader plays like a hitman, and it's great.
Can I just have a request from Rusty? If
Sure.
he does find you and cut you, can he record it?
He probably will.
So that we can all enjoy it together.
Well, Rusty did delete his Facebook over the past few weeks because of Mr. Zuckerberg. So,
I mean, it's a good idea,
yeah.
right?
If we didn't,
Who are we lying?
yeah, well, who knows? So that was some of the best movies, best shows. There's only one great album that came out in 2018. There's only one.
The Kanye West,
No, well,
the Kid Cudi.
dude, that was a good one. Now that you said that, but I was actually talking about Becky Warren. Undesirable is
course.
is literally the only album you need to know about. We had Becky Warren on the show. She was the best. She was funny. She was great. Me and Lee went and saw her album release show. It was amazing. Please, at least, I know most of you have Spotify accounts. Please go listen to the album. It's one of the greatest albums of the year without a doubt, and it is a fantastic album. I listen to it all the time still. So, I mean, there was that. Yes, and then Kanye dropped a lot of albums this year, a lot of EPs. He put out his own EP. He did the Kids See Ghost. He worked with Nas. He worked with
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Okay, we had This Is America.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
Oh, Donald Glover's great.
Which
yeah.
was a very controversial song, in my opinion. At least the music video.
Yeah.
Featured a lot of violence, a lot of murder,
Well, yeah.
a lot of racist
It's America.
themes.
This is America.
What do you think about Drake? Did he have a good year?
Drake had a great album as well.
Can he ever do wrong? I don't feel like he's that good. He just
no, that
shows up and makes money.
Here's my thing about Drake. When you get his album and there's 14 tracks, like 6 or 7 are going to be straight fire. Like they're going to be some of the best songs you've ever heard, and then the other 7 are going to be like, yeah, we can skip past this. So that's what I'm saying.
a little bit of filler.
Yeah,
What's your opinion of Cardi B? She had a good year too.
Cardi B had a great year. I like her as a person. Don't like her music. I mean, it's not really written for me, but I love her as a person. I think she's great as a personality. And
What about Casey Musgraves?
everybody says she's great. When I drink my coffee in the morning, I'm going to take Becky Warren over Casey Musgraves.
Okay,
Becky Warren's a better artist than Casey Musgraves. You heard it here on the podcast. So.
I mean, it's hard to agree. She's one of the greatest songwriting talents of our time, hands down. Like,
so, yeah.
But, okay, final question.
Yeah.
You got to put one above the other.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
Like, not even close?
No, not even close.
So is there anyone that can even
today
come close to Kendrick Lamar?
Today?
Ever?
Oh, ever? Biggie. Biggie's
better.
Better, yeah, he's better.
Bigger.
He's bigger and he's better.
Bigger.
Yeah, he's bigger and he's better. Tupac.
Really?
Tupac right now is better than Kendrick. If Kendrick puts out 2 more great albums, he will pass Tupac. So
but not Biggie.
No, dude. I mean,
you can't surpass Biggie?
Biggie's like Nirvana to me in that genre. Nothing's ever going to beat it. It doesn't matter. Like, that's my stuff, you know? Like, me, Nirvana, there's never going to be another rock band that I'm going to love like them. Like, even when White Stripes came out or Foo Fighters, I'm like, they're not Nirvana. Like, I love them, and that's the same with Biggie. I mean, masterpiece. Best rapper alive ever.
So I was reading something the other day, and it was a guitar shop, Groom Guitars here in Nashville. They're known for vintage guitars, and they were interviewing the owner, and they were talking about how there's this consensus that lesser guitars are being sold these days. Guitar strings, guitars. And the theory is because a lot of the music being made now is electronic. EDM has a really huge scene, right? Like a lot of digital music. You surpass the acoustic and the electric strings altogether.
Diplo, Marshmello. You know,
Do you think that's a trend that's going to continue, or are we going to see a resurgence into? Because I mean, even like Nirvana, like you said, was kind of unexpected. You know,
rock is dead. Kids don't want rock like we want to rock. It's dead. I mean, like, there's a band out right now. I forget their name. They're Led Zeppelin clone.
Led Zeppelin 2.
I mean, they're literally like, if you listen to them, like, God, they're young kids, and I can't think of the. Oh my God! There's a band out right now. They're called Greta Van Fleet. That's the name of the band. Greta Van Fleet. They are literally Led Zeppelin 2.0, and kids love them. They're like, "Oh, this band's great." It's like, yeah, but we already had that. It's called Led Zeppelin. Like,
they sound just like Led Zeppelin. Do they cover Stairway to Heaven?
Here we go, dude. I know we may get booted, but here we go. Now let's just listen, and you tell me this is not. This is listen to the dude, okay? People are like going crazy about this band, dude. They think this is like the greatest rock band.
Can we skip to the middle? I mean, can we just skip to the middle?
Okay.
No?
Okay, here we go.
We'll just sit here and listen, I guess.
Come on.
It does sound
Well,
like
there's people that listen to that, they go, oh, Led Zeppelin released some unplayed
Led
tracks.
Zeppelin,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. They thought there was uncovered like Led Zeppelin songs that came out. So, oh man, rock.
That's fine, right?
Rap is the new rock. Okay,
I kind of feel like
when
that.
XX or whatever the freak his name is, like
Triple X.
that guy he's trash, but the kids love him, and they love mumble rap. They love the Migos. They love like you know. But anyway, they love that, and rock's just dead. It's just not. It's not a genre that will sustain. I mean, people that love rock. I don't want. Like our friends at Cobras and Fire. They love rock and roll. They got like a best of 10-year. Chris Sinzak and Aaron Camaro. They love rock of the Decibel Geek podcast. They're still listening to rock, but mainstream, no way. It's done.
all rap from
It's
here
all
on out
rap.
for-
It's rap. It probably is EDM.
Was it going to be Imagine Dragons?
Yeah,
in
stuff
the
like that.
future?
Who-
Just Fortnite dances and jingles?
Imagine Dragons. They coming on the show in 2019, John? Book it.
It's still in the works.
Pending. Okay, thank you for that so much. So when we look back, what are some of your favorite? Do you have any? We obviously did the 24-hour stream in 2018, where we streamed 24 straight hours without any interruptions. We did a podcast to celebrate episode 100. We had so many great guests on. We've had a lot of great guests. Are there any guests that stand out to you, Lee, that really stood out in the year? You know, you're not leaving anybody off. I'm just saying.
Of course, we already talked about Becky Warren. That's
Right.
got to be very high up on
Yeah,
the
for
list,
sure, yeah.
without a doubt. So, but I thought, like, having like Cooter and Minx on when they visited Nashville was really super awesome.
Okay.
That's just a cool podcaster thing. I always think like having podcasters, like even JP and Adam when they were on the 24-hour, it was just really cool because like most guests that come in, maybe they're a little nervous. They're not used to talking on a mic. So when you get other people that kind of do it as a hobby or as a profession or whatever, it's just really cool to see that magic take place.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, I gotta agree with Lee on the Adam and JP. Between them, Rusty G and Sal from Not Playing Stupid, they saved my butt. I know when it came to
Rusty
that.
G got you messed up on some 5-hour energy,
Yeah,
brother.
but it got me going.
He's listening right now. So
Thank you, Rusty.
Yeah, the 24-hour thing was crazy, and we even had the fallout with Half Pint. Like
Lord Almighty,
he disavowed the show, and you can go back and listen to that. But I just think just some of the guests that come in, like they're coming in here, like Raquel Red's a great example.
Raquel Red was a great,
amazing,
guest.
like blew my mind both times. Like I was like, wow, like. And she's starting a podcast. I was like, yeah, you need to, because you're really good on the microphone. But it's a crap answer, but I love every guest we've had. We haven't had any really bad guests except for, what's his name? Matthew Del Rossi or whatever his name is. Even he was entertaining, but everyone's been great to come down here, and they come down, like Michael Wyman came down, and it was like, hey, welcome to our basement. Close the door behind you, lock it. I get it. It's a little bit weird, but people generally like it when they see the setup and they know, and that. And then, of course, we were named, honestly, one of the biggest compliments, named third best podcast in Nashville by the readers of the Nashville Scene. Amazing. That's still, it blows my mind.
It's hard to believe.
I mean, really, it is hard to believe. And, and so we made a lot of great friends. Like River helped get us to the T-shirt goal, donated a lot of money. We have some great people. Jason Steen of Scoop Nashville has been here for us, gotten us some great guests. It's just, to me, it's fun when we see all the great friends we've made that stick around for the show. Michael Anthony, super fan of the year every year, always contributes to the show every week, and it's great when we look back at the year that we have grown quite a bit. We've hit some goals we want to do, and it's just great that these people are here for us. Even some of the old heads that that used to be more involved and aren't now, they still reach out to us, like Brepo, Copper Top, Space Pants. They're still kind of in the spectrum of where we are, and it's fantastic. I love it. So that's kind of what I look back as a podcast of the year. And obviously, I had a child in 2018. John found out his wife was pregnant. Lee's got a 1-year-old daughter, and it's just been a wild ride. This last year of time, it's been kind of crazy.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So it's episode 122, right?
Yeah.
There's 52 weeks in a year, so we're going to be hitting episode 200. Are you guys prepared for the 48-hour marathon stream?
Me and John are going to say at the same time. 1, 2, 3. No. So there ain't no way in hell I would do a 48-hour podcast, brother. Unless, if I was getting paid, I would do it. Now, if we could here's the deal. I'll put this out to the blamers.
Okay. All right.
If we could raise $1,000, $1,000, so we'd split $333 each, I would gladly do a 48-hour. I'm talking no sleep now. No sleep 48 hours.
I feel like I did about 36 straight.
Yeah, we did.
And was fine to keep going. So 48, you just have to plan a little better.
Well, put it out there. $1,000. Maybe we'll start a GoFundMe and see what happens.
I feel like your goal's a little low. I feel like we could raise $25,000 for charity.
For charity, I would do big money for charity.
Oh, they're paying you.
Well, that was the original.
That $1,000 was for you. I immediately thought you were donating to charity. My bad.
No, and now you put it where we have to do it for charity. So if we could raise $10,000 for charity, I would do it 48 hours, and it would be broadcast everywhere. That's what I would say.
Oh, we already got a commitment of $500 in the chat right here.
Okay, you heard it here first. If we can raise around $5 to $10,000.
I started at 25, then you lowered it to 10.
John,
now
what's a reasonable number, honestly?
Well, we got 122.
Okay.
If we don't skip another episode,
right?
Which we will. At least I will.
We probably will. You're right.
That's still 78 episodes.
That's true. Still ways.
I think we should shoot for 25.
Okay. How about we go?
It is for charity.
Every dollar.
Episode 150
is an hour.
No, I got it. Episode 150 is a charity themed episode where we do 36 hours, so we can build up to the 48 at 200.
You are insane.
And and all we have to raise is $5,000 to $10,000 for a charity. 100% of it goes to the charity. Every dollar, we don't get any penny of it I think that should be our goal for
All
2019.
right, let's shoot for episode 200.
Episode 150. You heard it here first. If we can raise $5,000 to $10,000, and I'm talking businesses, whatever, whoever wants to give the money, and we'll get together on charity. It's not going to be some Trump charity or some crowd Peter or anything like that. It's going to be a good charity. We're going to research and find out does good for people. I will do 36 hours in. If I do it by myself, I'll do it.
All right.
Episode 150. I'm looking forward to it. So,
right.
So what's anything stood out as we start to wrap up this year? Anything that I missed?
I think we covered it all. I don't know. I'm sure there's something out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we move forward. I mean, expect more of the same, but we're going to try to get more. I'm going to try to do more video stuff in the upcoming year. We got some ideas we're kicking around. The show will, stay
Maybe
relatively
we can get
the same.
back on YouTube in 2019.
We'll
maybe.
see. I don't know if that's going to happen.
We literally got banned from YouTube for talking about Kanye West.
Yeah,
So.
I guess that was a sign that we shouldn't be talking about Kanye West anymore. But what are you going to do, John? Anything that we missed? Anything? Any words?
I do want to thank everybody out there. This is not just a podcast. It's developed into a community, and for all those who are not here pushing buttons, who are there on the other end, listening to us, you are part of this just as much as we are, and we're thankful for it.
Yeah, there we go. That's fantastic. So no Dear John this week, right? We don't have any Dear John.
I mean, we're just out of time.
Okay, well, in 2019, we'll have more Dear John. So the reminder, that's where John gives advice to people. So please send those in. The crazier the question, the better. No questions off limits. And thank you so much to everyone that's, like John said, downloaded the show, told someone about the show, retweeted, favored it, liked it, posted, come out, supported us, all that. We're looking forward to 2019. We'll have more guests, more all that. And, it's going to be a fun year. So we got it, of course, how could we forget? We need a good one, though, because we always come back to this thing we do at the end of the show. We always get this major key thing. So we're going to hit that, and we're going to try to get a major key to end this year with. So here we go. Here it comes. Anytime.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
Yeah, all right. So major key, John Lee, what is the major key that we should
tell us?
What should we end this year with, John? What do you got, man? Anything, a positive message, a message of hope or anything? What do we got?
Venom is bad for you.
Venom is bad for you. That is the major key of the week.
Really?
I love it. Yes, sir. It's a good way to end it out. It's truth. It's a gospel, and people need to be able to go to our website and read it. And no, don't watch that piece of crap movie.
That's really
it's garbage.
what you have?
Venom is bad for you because, like I said, me and Eddie, we're both losers.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody.
I should be ashamed of yourself.
There we go. That is it. Episode 122, the end of 2018. Please be out when you celebrate. Do it responsibly. Me and Lee will be at the Micah Wyman, Mary J. Berger, and Laura Peak comedy show tomorrow. So if you're free and you're listening to this in the morning, Friday night, 10 p.m., Third Coast Comedy, come check these ladies out as they record a comedy album. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to laugh, have a good time. So please, if you're free tomorrow, do that. It will be the 28th of December, so hopefully you're listening to this and you check it out. Go to the website, tell everybody about it, leave some reviews, hit our Amazon link, buy stuff through Amazon, use the link. It's on our page, blameyourbrother.net. And don't forget, streamed every Thursday at radiovegas.rocks, the best internet radio station in the world, which is out of Las Vegas. And if you want to email us, go to the link on the website. Just click on that voicemail button if you want to talk to us. Do it. It's all there. Nothing left to lose, Lee. I guess with that being said, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Welcome to Memory of the Week. Today is Thursday, December 27th, the 161st day of 2018. There are 4 days of the year. On December 27th, 1947, the original version of the big character Howdy Doody made his TV debut on NBC.
Has anybody seen this? Nobody has.
That is today's Memory
They have
of
to
the
be
Week.
found and
Happy
talked to.
holidays. David, John, and Lee, back to you.
Save the clock tower!
I've got scars.